Am I the asshole for creating a meat eaters only club at work? Throwaway because I don't want this on my main account. I, 32M, am working long hours in a rather stuffy office environment. However, despite the long hours, or maybe because of them, the management has encouraged lifestyle clubbullshit at the workplace. For example, there is a book club, a movie lovers club, etc. They are free to join and are partially subsidized by the company, which makes joining a no-brainer. The process of creating one is rather simple. You need to have at least 5 members willing to join, a statement of purpose, as well as an approval from HR and upper management in order to be compliant with our workplace regulations. At my workplace, I have a colleague I'll call Jane, 29F, who has been at the office for a little over a year. She is a dedicated vegan and has been since I have known her. However, this has never been an issue or even that relevant. After a merger about 6 months ago, our team has received a number of new team members. A few of them were vegan as well, and have taken a liking to Jane. After a conversation between them and Jane discussing the book club, they have decided to start a vegan dinner club. Nobody had an issue with this. Despite this, issues surfaced after their statement of purpose became known after it was filed to our. In the statement, which passed with HR, one of the rules stated that only vegans, vegetarians, and pescatarians will be welcome, and that all dinner options will be vegan. This rubbed some of us the work way, since it was clearly exclusionary and divisive. Why would meat eaters be excluded if only vegan options would be on the menu? After speaking to Jane, she seemed somewhat distant, and mentioned that I didn't understand that this was also a lifestyle club. The workplace soon became divided, but we opted not to file a complaint to our. However, since the idea of a dinner club appealed to us, we started a burger and steak club, where we wanted to try a different burger or steak place every week. In our statement of purpose, we stated that only meat eaters could apply, due to this being both a culinary and lifestyle club. Soon after, some of the potential members got called to HR to tell us that the members of the Vegan Diner Club filed a complaint with them, stating that our club was exclusionary, offensive to their lifestyle, and that eating meat as opposed to not eating meat was not a lifestyle. Despite this, the club passed with our. In the weeks following this, we visited a different burger steak place every Friday after work and just relaxed after working 50+ hours a week. However, despite my prior friendship with Jane, she now refuses to talk to me and is only spending time with her club members, despite everyone's attempts to create a friendly workplace. So Reddit, am I the asshole for creating a meat eaters only club at work? TLDR. After colleagues created an exclusive vegans only club at work, I created a meat eaters only club at work. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. If the vegan dinner club really explicitly excluded people who eat meat, you aren't the asshole. If that is a part of this story that has grown to help you drive home a point, I'd change my answer to something less decisively in your favor.
HR the asshole and everyone sucks here, as in HR is the asshole here. By approving the first club they created a division amongst employees. What if I want to learn about veganism but I'm not currently vegan? I can't join. This a major oversight by our. Now generally I would say 2 wrongs don't make a right, so you countering their group with yours was petty, but HR should have never allowed exclusionary clubs. Be the bigger person and open your group up to anyone. What difference would it make? And you'll make the vegan club look bad.
This seems very petty for 30 years old Zesh.
Are you? Are you living in an episode of The Office? I didn't realize that grown adults were this petty and ridiculous in real-life workplaces.
You're all taking this too far.
If your workplace is funding partially your club meetings, then why the hell wouldn't you go get steaks with coworkers? Not the asshole.
You are the asshole. You did this not to create a valuable club, but to undermine the existence of a niche club. Reminds me of something I tried to do back in high. Starting an all-male community service one to get back at the all-female one for not letting me be one of the few male members. I was the asshole then, like you're the asshole now.
You are the asshole. Based on all your comments vehemently defending your own exclusionary club, you seem like an asshole. You made the Meat Eaters Club to get back at the vegan club. Period. There's literally no way around it. If it was just a dinner club, then why didn't you call it the dinner club? Or the Try New Foods Club? You and anyone else in the office could have easily told the vegan club members you felt excluded, and wanted to join their club and try their vegan dishes respectfully. They're kind of assholes for being exclusionary in the first place, but I'd bet anything they made it that so that non-vegan assholes like you wouldn't butt in there to try and make it about them. Edit. Changed verdict from you are the asshole everyone sucks here to you are the asshole cause op just is.
Unpopular opinion probably, but yes, you are the asshole. I will disclaim this by saying that I am not vegan. However, vegans and vegetarians tend to withstand a lot of bullshit from non-vegetarians. Plus, there's a lot more to the vegan lifestyle than not eating animal products. It's a deliberate choice down to the clothes that you wear and the soaps, shampoos you bathe with. If it's supposed to be an area where vegans meet like-minded people and talk about their troubles, let them. That's their life. Like, you can have the meat-eating club too if your work allows it. I just think the motive behind forming it is a bit petty.
You are the asshole. I'm a bit confused as to why so many other comments say otherwise. I'm not vegan myself, but veganism really is a lifestyle for a lot of people. It's not just a diet, it's a moral opposition, and being a vegan often results in being excluded from a lot of different things. I feel like Jane wanted a club filled with like-minded people. They wanted to enjoy dinner together while also talking about animal activism, cool vegan products that you can buy, why they became vegan, etc. etc. It's obviously different, but if there was a lesbian, bisexual women club, would you be upset because straight, bi guys like women too? I don't really think it's exclusionary. No meat eater would join a vegan Facebook group, and there's no reason for a meat eater to join a vegan workplace club. Not the arsehole if Jane hadn't insisted upon making the vegan dinner club exclusionary, none of the rest would have happened.
You are the asshole. A vegan club doesn't have to exist to convert other people to veganism, it's a specific club for people with specific needs. Being a vegan is harder than having no dietary restrictions. Jane sounds annoying, but there's not anything wrong with a group of people with similar struggles wanting to share experiences with each other. This is like people creating straight pride in response to gay pride.
Both clubbullshit are a kind of exclusionary. I think you're actually less of the asshole and more just petty. Jane, though, is why people don't like vegans. My sister is vegan and tries to get us to being vegan or at least try vegan foods, most of which are amazing, but respects that doesn't always work for everyone and would never exclude meat eaters from her social circles, etc.
Not the asshole. This coming from an HR person. You did exactly the same thing they did and then they complained. I hate people like them.
You are the asshole. As a vegetarian, we deal with people coming to our events to try and insist that we're eating poorly. Usually judging us harshly on the food, trying to see if we're wearing leather, or making bad jokes. It sounds like Jane wanted to make a club for meatless diets without that kind of drama. It wasn't meant to exclude. You got your feelings hurt and made a club meant to provoke and offend. Grow up.
I mean, it's funny, but petty. In reality, meat eaters should be welcome to the vegan restaurants and vegans should feel free to tag along and have sides at the meat-eating place. You're all turning a nice workplace perk into a pissing contest. They suck for starting it, but at the point when you're talking about who started it, you're all being childish. When I was in high school, I voiced my objections to my public school allowing a Bible club by putting up signs advertising a Satan club and was similarly rebuffed. But I think I had a better point, and was also an obnoxious teenager. Tears of joy.
You have repeatedly replied to people saying you weren't doing this to be petty or for revenge, but only because you and your coworkers wanted a dinner club. If that's the truth, then why did you post this on our petty revenge?
You are the asshole. Jane's club offers all of its members a safe spot they won't have otherwise, because being vegan is a lifestyle. I've seen you've ignored this throughout all of your comments, but it's not only about eating vegan food. It can include not buying animal products like leather, going to protests, other activist events, etc. It's not wrong to want a club where only people a part of this lifestyle can attend. Thus the burger and steak club is petty revenge. Being a meat eater is not a lifestyle. If it was just the dining club, then that would be okay, but from your comments it's clear that you and possibly others, because the theme was a vote, who are a part of the meat club just wanted to get back at the vegan club.
You are the asshole.
You totally did this to be petty, because you were excluded. They're more petty, and that's why this is an esh. It's a shame because your club sounds awesome, and if you had left out the bit about it being exclusively meat eaters, it would be NTA. Esh. Jane shouldn't have made the club so exclusive. Isn't the idea of veganism to encourage non-vegans to try it out too? But the formation of the Meat Eaters Club was clearly done to spite the other group when you would have been better off not escalating a dumb issue. Going out for burgers and steaks with your colleagues sounds great, but there's no reason that it needs to be part of this petty office drama.
Thanks for reminding me why working from home is the best. You, as in people, spend so much mental energy on trivial things when you work in an office and have all those personalities clashing. I'm going to say esh. Enjoy your club, dude, but acknowledge this was born out of pettiness.
You are the asshole. This is so petty. Clearly being vegan or vegetarian means that you have limited food options. Having a club where you make vegan meals ain't a big deal. I'm going to guess that you didn't want to go, and had no plans of going but just didn't like the fact that couldn't, so you decided to start some sort of bizarre food war that's primary purpose was to annoy the vegan club. I eat meat, but I am exhausted by the constant need everyone feels to antagonize vegetarians and vegans. Just let them eat their beans.
You really want to cause office drama over a food club? You are the asshole, and this isn't a revenge sub. Edit. Changed verdict because Op literally told another user shut up when giving an answer involving him being partially the Esh. Isn't work bad enough without having to care about what your coworkers put down their gullets?
Everyone sucks here. You and your coworkers sound insufferable.
Do you worry about there not being a white entertainment network? You are the asshole.
You are the asshole. They have specific dietary restrictions and huge lifestyle difference, so had a genuine reason to start their club together. The new steak club clearly stems from pettiness alone, and from people in their 30s I would have expected them to move past that and be the bigger person. It's really primary schoolish to get upset and actually fall out over silly clubs. You are the asshole. Other people have said it better, but if I joined a pesca vegan club I would have nothing to contribute to it. Sure, I would eat the same kind of meal as them, but I would provide nothing valuable in terms of social contact around being vegan and the lifestyle surrounding it. Also, your comments ooze with pettiness.
Esh. Y'all are adults.
I'm going to go with you are the asshole. This is just petty.
This is nothing but petty. Veganism is extremely important and sensitive to many people on moral grounds, and they have to face pointless antagonism like this, a group that you admit was only set up because the other was exclusionary, on a constant basis. You wouldn't join an anime club if you didn't watch anime. Grow up and join a club you're actually interested in rather than playing politics, being so upset that other people have their own space.
You are the asshole. Petty as fuck FR. Especially if you're willing to have drama at work because of it. STG, your boss needs to give you some more work to do because clearly you are not busy enough.
I'd lean towards no assholes here because it's fine to have a vegan dinner club and it's fine to have a steak dinner club, however. Something about OP's tone suggested that they only started the steak dinner club to retaliate against the vegan dinner club, in which case the spirit of it is a bit immature and confrontational. Like if you genuinely want to start a group for people to enjoy steak dinners together, that's fine. But it seems intended as a direct confrontation to the original vegan dinner club. If that's the case, it's just a bit petty.
Not the asshole. The vegan club was excluding you, so you made your own club. That by definition, excluded vegans. What were you supposed to do? Wallow in sadness that you couldn't join the vegan club?
You are the asshole 100%. I've been trying to go vegan for a couple months now and educating myself about animal cruelty, alternative diets, etc. There's a lot to it that most meat eaters do not understand or choose to ignore, and it makes perfect sense for there to be a club of people who share similar morals that don't want to have to educate ignorant meat eaters all the time.
Honestly, I don't believe you. Every vegan I know is overjoyed to share their favorite vegan dishes with omnivores. We know a lot of what holds people back from veganism is the false perception that vegan food is nasty or challenging to make by. Yummy vegan food changes minds.
You are the asshole because you posted this on petty revenge while insisting you're not trying to get back at anyone.
Everyone sucks here, they're hypocrites, you're petty. You made the group as retaliation to a perceived but unreal threat. It's a lesson in passive aggressivity. You are the asshole. How old are y'all? I don't fully understand why you're confused that Jane doesn't want to be your friend. Obviously a club that excludes the majority of the workplace is stupid, that's on Jane. I find it odd that she would want to exclude non-vegans, rather than taking the opportunity to proselytize a little. Anyway, you escalated the issue and in effect you pissed her off. Obviously she doesn't want to talk to you.
Not the asshole. She started her club and it was all fine and dandy, you started yours and they all had a shit fit. That's why vegans get a bad name. They weren't just annoyed but they went to HR and tried to stop you from even having it. She is a coworker, she doesn't need to be your friend.
You are the asshole, especially because you keep rejecting and arguing against the other ESH and YTA verdicts. It was a petty move to start an exclusionary club in response to the vegan club despite your efforts to deny this.
You are the asshole. This rubbed some of us the wrong way, since it was exclusionary, so you saw something you didn't like and copied it but just tweaked it a bit. If it's not okay for them to do it, why do you think it's okay for you to do it? This is so childish. It would have been fine if people didn't get offended and just made their own club. If you liked the idea and copied it, that would be a different story. But copying something you didn't like and found exclusionary, and HR got involved, how do you not see the pettiness?
Edit based on Summer Udetwat's response, lol. It seems pretty clear from that it's about the lifestyle then, not just the food. If you're not a vegan, vegetarian or pescatarian, you can't join, which seems fair enough to me. Seems kinda petty to make a club explicitly in opposition to that, but I don't think it's a huge deal. Leaning towards a soft you are the asshole. Info, did you ask her about why the club is only open to vegans, vegetarians and pescatarians?
You are the asshole, this is the most petty thing I've read on this sub. Also, the fact that you're defending your petty club so vehemently and dedicating so much energy into being mad says all. Just let the vegans have their vegan club, literally who cares? Enjoy your meat eater club, if it even lasts very long. I honestly doubt people will have a genuine interest in the most standard diet in the world.
You are the asshole. Why are meat eaters so hostile toward vegetarians and vegans? Even when the vegan doesn't criticize, people can't wait to shit all over their meal. If that meal includes a meatless patty or something resembling a chicken nugget, the carnivores lose their minds even more. Let them have their stupid club, you don't have to make a retaliatory club in response. If you wanted to join her club, you don't. You just have a problem with vegans. You could express a genuine interest in vegan cooking rather than approaching her like a smug asshole, which I'm positive you did.
I'm pescatarian, and I don't care who eat what as long as they're not taking from my plate. However, I could understand that Jane et al. May take this as a dig to their lifestyle. They should have opened their club to include anyone who wants to try a vegan dish. If they want to have more people become vegans or vegetarians, this is a great way to win people over. At the same time, you could also say anybody is welcome to join your burger club. But the place and menu will not be selected for a specific non-meat diet. They can join you and order salad for themselves. You wouldn't care, right? This sounds like a petty issue to fight over in a workplace. Lightly esh.
Not the asshole. This is like when municipalities try and pass religious laws so they can display Christian stuff on government property. Then they freak out when Satanists want a statue too. They created an exclusionary club, allowed by our. You did the same.